This is Fat B, man, and I'm going to make a few of these queen castles. Now I've got some oak here that I cut not too long ago, and what I've done here is basically I rabbited down here the width of the boards. And this is some stuff I cut about 2 weeks ago. It's still a little green. It's got a little bit of a bow to it, but I'm going to show you how to pull that out. And what I've done first is I took my piece, which is for 8 frame. This is 13 3/4 from the outside to the outside. And what I done is I took my saw blade and I come down here, right dead center in the middle. And I didn't make it quite deep as the rabbet where the frame rest is. And then once you get this down, then measure from the outside to the center here, and this will give you the line right down here. This gives you 4 sections for a queen castle. And what you'll do is you'll take and drill a hole on one here, and the back side on this, and then the front side, actually it'll be the side here. I'm not used to doing this. Making a few things here. You'll have 4 entrances. The one on this compartment here, which will be 2 frames here, 2 frames here. Each of these are going to have 2 frames. And then your side piece comes up here. The entrance to that is going to be on each side. That gives you 2 on here, and then 1 on this end and 1 on this end for the center tube. I'm going to show you, hopefully in two videos, how to put this together and put a handle in. Let me get my air gun, and I'm going to show you how to pull out your piece that is bucked up. Now, I'm using basically 3/4 lumber, but this piece here is just a shy under 3/4. Now, what I like to do is put them together upside down. And I'm going to show you why. Take your end piece. This is your finished side. This is the rabbet where your frame rest sits. What you want to do is stand it on a table saw or something else. Now you can see this has a bow. So what I'm going to do is use my table saw as a flat surface. And I'm going to put a staple on the bottom. Put one about 2 inches down from the bottom here. Put my other piece in, like so. Now, I always like a good 1/2 inch crown staple. This is, you notice the green staples, that's got cement on there. Alright, 1 on each end. Now you notice it's got a bow here. Always make sure the frame rest is down. That's your finished side. Now what I like to do is put it up against my body and pull it in and make sure you're down against the table saw. On the bottom. If you're down here flush on the bottom, it's going to line up okay. Put one in the top. And you notice I got a bow here. So what we want to do is pull it down. Put one on the side. See, that pulled that right down. Do one on this end. Now this is oak and pine. I'm marrying the wood. Bees won't complain. Now you notice there's a bow here. It's going to pull it out. The next step I like to do is make sure you're down and you're flush. Make sure you got a good tight fit all the way around. No 2 woods are going to be absolutely flat. Now I built quite a few boxes, in the hundreds. Always make sure you use a square. Put them on, make sure you're square. Square there. So what we do is we nail her together. I like 5 staples to the end. They just hold good. Now I'm going to come up the side. You could use quarter crown staples, but I don't think they hold as well. Now, the next thing I want to do, I want some handles in here. I want to show you how I like to put my handles. Once you start building boxes, get yourself a routine. I don't do much measuring. I let my fingers do the measuring. I like to use this miter slot here and line it up with the fence. So on this side of the fence, and I'm running my slot right here, which is a wobble blade. I've got my saw piece of mark on here that I use. So I'm going to turn the saw on and show you how to put 4 handles in just a short period of time. Pick it up. I almost did it backwards. Always take the frame rest up against the fence. That way your box is going to be always uniform. We got handles. These videos, they get a little long, so I'm going to do the next video. I'm going to show you how to put the dividers in and how to measure, put a solid bottom on, but you notice I've got a nice handle. I like to put these handles in versus putting a block of wood. If you put a block of wood wherever you have a piece that's already finished, that block of wood, moisture builds up behind it and it rots out from the inside out. So I've got 4 handles, no jig, a basic piece of mark on here, and less than 30 seconds. And I'm probably just spending more time talking, but the box is good and flat. Next step is I'm going to go out in the back here on my other saw and I'm going to trim the bottom off just a hair because some woods are not quite fitting. That's why I use table saw. See, the top is absolutely flush. That's the finished side. This is finished. All of it's finished. I'm going to just barely shave this and everything will be smooth. Then the bottom piece will fit on. Now this is video 1 of a queen castle. I'm going to do video 2 of the queen castle putting the bottom on.